But the other one is also kind of, but also kind of not my fault, is that I've honestly started to get a little bored of it.
Boring. Boring. Boring.
Greetings, and welcome back to New Genesis. Before we get into what today's video is about, we need to have a conversation. Now, I believe I mentioned this in the description of last week's video, but I talked about how that video was recorded the week before because it failed to record that time. So I ended up having to hold it off until the next week. Yeah, I haven't touched this game in 2 weeks. As is very easily apparent from the bottom of the screen here. There's two reasons beyond that. And one of them, and I have to be honest here, is completely on me. Because I am completely and utterly addicted to Fallout 4. I have trouble making myself stop playing that game to record for this channel. You would honestly expect someone to have this level of addiction with an MMO, not a single player game. But like, I have been really enjoying that game. But the other one is also kind of, but also kind of not my fault, and it's something that I've had a problem with PSO2 as well. Is that I've honestly started to get a little bored of it. When it was with PSO2, like base PSO2, is more like having to do every single daily with every single character, every single day, every single week. The monotony, it started to get repetitive. With this game, however, unfortunately, I have to say it's the combat. It's the way that, I guess, PSC bursts work, and it's not the PSC bursts themselves, it's that it feels like you have to put in a lot of work just to get one. And like each time you get one and it goes through and you get all the experience you can out of it, you have to put in just that much work to get it another one. And it's a long, annoying process to level up. Now, we might be getting some help with that in the future. We already have got some help with it. When the here, actually, I can show you. Give me a moment. Not AC shop, SG shop. When this was released, the plus 50, I was honestly kind of stoked to play the game again, because I believe that this was either late February or early March, but yeah, I was actually looking forward to playing the game and using this to hit 40, because I hadn't yet. Because when February hit, I'm not even entirely sure I was 35 with Rush and Keiko. Those are kind of my main two characters now. But yeah, that's what it was. This happened like a little while after the level 40 cap, and I wasn't quite level 40 yet, so I was like excited. When this came out, I was excited to hit that. And I have. But now that I don't need XP, since I'm not really interested in leveling up my other characters yet, I don't really enjoy using Ruins Knuckles. I created Sifika, and I wanted to make her a gunner, but Black Hounds talked me into making her a ranger, and I kind of lost interest in her because of that. And Naomi, in all honesty, I'm waiting for the Gunblade class to come out before I play her, because I'm planning on giving her that and having her go with it. But yeah, now the only thing that really is to do in the game is either like urgent quests, which is fine. I enjoy the Dark Falls urgent quests and stuff. But if you're not trying to leveling up, what's the point of going into combat zones? And I never really like exploration zones are fine, but they're like I never really paid as much attention to them because I'm not a fan of like scavenger hunts, which is what mining materials is, which is why I don't have a lot. But yeah, that's why I haven't really touched this game much on my own free time. Anyway, why don't I stop rambling and actually get into what we're going to cover today, which is the spring event, which I actually hold on, Ted, give me a moment. Zoom myself out here. There we go. I was actually looking forward to this one because it makes everything weak to the light element, which of the 6 elements in this game, I have to say is my biggest aesthetic, and it gives me a reason to use Keiko's light techniques, which I've been looking for a reason to use. Other than like Dark Falls, which is weak to it. I noticed that as I was editing last week's, or technically, you know, from 2 weeks ago, whatever, video. So, oh, this is a completely, no, this is the right person, They got a player in front of them dancing around so I can't see them properly. Okay, that's what's going on. Member of the supply unit, they're in charge of resources and battle preparations. Right. So, right, they're, of course, enemies are making it hard for them to do the job. Right, so the main reason I wanted to cover the event, if I can get them to actually show me CG seasonal items, is that there's no limit to the amount of seasonal points you can get. And I do plan on farming some of these, but I'm not going to show the farming because it's just more combat. But let's see here, we got some scratch tickets, we got some triggers, I guess, for the seasonal urgent quest. That's what it is. I don't know why I had a hard time remembering what that was. Which, yeah, I can see. I'll try this out first and then see if it's worth making a video on it, because I might not like it. I don't know. Okay. Mostly right now, I'm just kind of going through this and seeing if there's anything kind of worth looking into. See if I want to get. Oh yeah, I want to see what this looks like. It's okay. It's kind of like what the green blades look like, but white instead of blue. Or yeah, I guess yellow? I don't know. And of course you got your materials, augments, coffee reactors. Now, I don't actually remember if the last event... Oh no, yeah, actually never mind. I do remember that the last event added something in the 3rd week of the event. I don't think it added anything to this shop in the 4th week of it though. I thought that's something that would happen, but I don't remember that actually happening. But yeah, this does seem to kind of be the standard fare for what you would get from a seasonal shop. But the main draw, of course, being that you can get an infinite number of seasonal points. You're no longer limited in that amount, which is nice. Oh, well, there's also some seasonal gathering items. Oh. Oh, this is interesting. This is kind of a food item. Which is weird because it's balloons. But, also, how do I have one already? That's weird. That's weird. And then there's, what do we have for seasonal events? It doesn't say. Okay, I'm just going to ignore that entirely then.
See you later.
Also, if you haven't done it, if you play this game and you haven't done this, of course, every time there's a big update, we're having another survey? Or was this from, oh, this is from the previous survey. Okay, never mind. Never mind, I saw that wrong. Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing. We got some more titles and quests and such. Okay, you know what, actually? Give me a minute. So, during the event, where everything was weak to fire, that was really when I got all my characters up to like level 20. Like I got all my characters, including this all 4 of my characters at the time. Just I hadn't created a certificate yet. And I discovered that out of the 3 combat zones in Alio, this is honestly my favorite one to do stuff in. I have not tried this now that I've tried this zone since it got a level 35. It got a rank increase, and this is honestly a good chance for me to kind of experiment with the light element techniques and actually see them in battle instead of just showing them off. I know I said I wasn't going to show off any fighting, but this is new for me, and hopefully it's not going to be too boring. So, yeah, why don't I just show this off for a bit? I can, see, I can turn off the music and put some of my own in instead to kind of make it a bit more interesting. Well, I think I definitely have a better idea of what the light boosting skill, the light mechanics skill does for the for grants and key grants now. Um, Other than that, I mean, they're kind of they were it was a bit more entertaining to use them than usual. Maybe it's because I haven't played this game in a while. I don't know. Anyway, that's really all I have to say. It is nice that we don't have to worry about hitting any caps with seasonal points, but other than that, this is really kind of just more of the same, but with a different element, which is fine. And like I said, it is an element I do appreciate being around, I guess, especially with the techniques to match. Um, but that's about all there really is to say. I don't really know what I'm going to do for this game next week. Hopefully, it'll be something interesting. But in the meantime, if you got to this point in the video, it means a lot to me. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Farewell.